let's bring in Olumide Additional now, financial market analyst, to bring us up to speed. Hello, Olumide. Happy Monday.
Not looking so happy. Thanks for having me, Ladi.
Yeah, not looking so happy, but happy Monday regardless. But what's moving sentiment in the market this morning?
Well, I think on a weekly basis, one should give the crypto market some resilience upside. So if you look at Dogecoin on a week basis, it's up 25%, up 8%, except for the major points, Bitcoin and Ethereum, that seem to be floating on their support level. And one would still say that, well, it looks like market contagion is still in play despite an upside in market sentiment. If you look at chain analysis data, recent data suggested that a whale is moving about 73,000 worth of Ethereum on Binance, and that just tells you the amount of liquidation coming from institutional investors. Also, FTX collapse has brought in a lot of entities trying to liquidate some of their we had reports that from Turkey that authorities are looking to seize assets around the jurisdiction. Bahamas and United States are fighting on who takes the spoils in the bankruptcy filing. So all these things weigh negatively on the crypto market. But having said that, also, coming from China, where a lot of unrest and China plays a big role in the crypto market, despite the ban. If you recall that China has one of the greatest amount of Bitcoin miners just outside the United States, and that really also has weighed on sentiment, Ladi. So it's very difficult for Bitcoin right now to think of approaching the 18,000 resistance level. That's why it's sticking around the 18,000 support level right now.
All right, but what are you seeing, for price movement, this week? What are we expecting? We know news from the United States does, affect this market and other global news. What are you expecting this week?
Yeah, I think it's bearish for me because the United States dollar started on a strong footing. It's weighing on many currencies, and you could even see that's trickled down on commodities where crude oil prices have lost more than 3%. So it really means that risk on sentiment is definitely off the table, and definitely investors try to be very cautious in the crypto market.
Yeah, a lot of caution, right now. And obviously we're seeing, the CEO of Binance there trying to build back, confidence with the proof of reserve concept for exchanges. How are investors reacting to all of this?
I think from the general view, especially from stakeholders, is that they feel that it's not good enough. They feel that for them to be integrity in the system, external auditors need to come in play. And that they feel that proof of reserves is not a true reflection about the total asset of an entity, because you need to also factor in liabilities, you need to factor in customer side. So they feel that proof of reserves is just the show of might, and you understand that Binance by far is the biggest crypto exchange in the world. So they feel that there are other things, other metrics that are more important, and that's where I think auditors need to come in play because it's really lacking the space. The credibility of auditors across the entities have really compromised the integrity of the crypto industry.
And how are decentralized exchanges, how are they doing right now? Because we know the main issues, have come from the centralized exchanges. How are investors, playing now? Are they moving more to the decentralized exchanges? Because we did get that news from MetaMask about, taking IP information, from users.
Yeah, that is a bit tricky, but if you look at the numbers, MetaMask has about 21 million users, while Binance has 120 million users. That's times the population of South Africa. So I think what is coming to play right now is that we're seeing sophisticated investors taking self-custody into play. We're seeing the demand for hard wallets, particularly X-Ledger, going on all-time high. And that's pretty much tells you that investors that have the know-how are trying to keep their own assets on their own. But those that really are not so sophisticated, we keep their crypto assets on the exchange. But going on, you could see that Binance still owes by far the biggest size, followed by Coinbase and OKX. But investors on the stock market, US stock market, are betting against Coinbase survival, and that's why the stock is really trading at close to 52-week low of $43, and that's pretty much telling you that investors are not really seeing much upside on how exchanges would really survive this, because many of these exchanges survive on retail investors and commission-based model, but with regulation and clear mandate on how these operations would, they feel that margins would be eroded, and that's why not really looking too good for crypto exchanges in the near term. But entities like Binance have other exposures, Trust Wallet, they have Coin Market Cap, so they can monetize all ecosystem if they choose to. But this year, right now, is what price are users going to pay?
Right, and I know Kathy Woods is still very bullish on Coinbase there, but thank you so much, Olumide. Always good to have your perspective.
Thank you.